Hello everyone, Martin Tyler here, Alan Smith with me as usual. Big welcome to you to today's game. And here for you today, Juventus against Barcelona.
Very much a club with a tradition, Alan, of playing three centre defenders, Juventus.
They are, and their success really has been built on that, hasn't it? But those three in question not getting any younger.
Can't come to this ground without feeling the sense of history around Juventus, the old lady. It is brilliant for us from outside to breathe in all that history.
Yeah, and the first time I've visited this place, and so pleased to be able to come here. Juventus, a famous old club, and this stadium does justice.
Our referee is Lutz Gertzofer. Martin Tyler here with Alan Smith. Hello to you all and welcome to today's game. It is a brilliant fixture. It's always been that way. Other factors as well as football involved in a rivalry here, Barcelona and Real Madrid.
Well, what an atmosphere inside this stadium, and what a match we should have. Star-studded lineups here in front of us.
Still very much the benchmark, Barcelona, aren't they, for the style of football, and little tweaks here and there, but very much a standard that these players have to rise to.
Yes, I think that's fair. Tiki-taka, as it is known, that short style passing game. They have amended it to a certain extent, and I think you've got to do that against certain sides.
Well, Alan, you and I have been very lucky to work in this football cathedral, the stadium that is the Santiago Bernabeu.
Special place, Martin, isn't it? Every time you stand down on the touchline, look up at those steep stands, it's a wonderful sight.
Hi there, I'm Martin Tyler. Alan Smith is with me. We should have a fine game for you today. It is a brilliant fixture. It's always been that way. Other factors as well as football involved in the rivalry here, Barcelona and Real Madrid.
Well, what an atmosphere inside this stadium, and what a match we should have. Star-studded lineups here in front of us.
They do continue to set world standards, Alan, Barcelona. Marvellous to watch.
Yeah, they rarely disappoint, do they? Been at the pinnacle of European world football, you might say, for an awfully long time now.
Referee today, Pedro Orteguilla. Alan Smith is with me. I'm Martin Tyler. Delighted to have your company for this match today. Well, it's Liverpool against Manchester United. If you're of a certain age, you'll remember when Liverpool were top dogs in the 70s and 80s, and Alex Ferguson came down from Scotland to try and change that, and he did. Manchester United, obviously, in the last decade of the last century, the first decade of this century, he got what he wanted, but that rivalry still really exists.
Yeah, it does, and if you ask the players, and particularly the fans, they will say this derby is the one they look to at the start of every season.
We can have a good look at Manchester United.
Well, there are a lot of expectations at this club. I think many people feel they can end the season as champions, and we might get a little glimpse of that today. I know there's a long way to go and the players aren't fit, but they have got some good, really talented players out there.
Well, Manchester United, there's lots of surveys go on, but one that said that they were the richest football club on the whole planet.
Well, anybody that lives in England, lives in Britain, we all know about the history, the tradition of this famous old club, and the wonderful teams they've had down the years. No wonder they generate a lot of money.
But for a long period, this was a place where Manchester United seemed to be totally unbeaten.
Real individual. Oh, he's through. Ronaldo! And Cristiano Ronaldo scores. Just if you do the difficult thing in the right areas and it comes off, this is what happens. You get a great goal.
Sometimes you see somebody beat a couple of opponents and then it comes to nothing, but this fella made sure he had an end product to that. Wonderful bit of skill.
Juventus are ahead. And there it is for Real Madrid. That was a top-class goal.
The keeper's pulled off a really good save, but that's when he needs the help of his defenders.
You can see a slightly different viewpoint on it. Real Madrid with the lead now.
This might be it! And they put away the first goal of the game. And that's a goal well worth analysing again.
And that.
Ready! Manchester United have scored here. Well, this is what you call leading from the front. A strike from the skipper.
Yeah, he's popped up at a very good moment there.
Let's have another peek at that goal. Marvellous for Manchester United, they are in front.
Victory today goes to Juventus. Well, they always say it doesn't matter who scores the goal, and I suppose that's even more applicable when it's an own goal.
Yeah, you take what you can get, don't you? Because it will be on, the shoe will be on the other foot at some stage, and they'll be delighted with that.
More two. Off we go again. It's finished now with the final whistle.
Finish.
All the best striker.
And that is the end. It's all over. Such a spectacle, Alan. Great stuff.
You know, so often you come into a game and you've got preconceived ideas. I really wasn't expecting so many goals here.
Well, it's fantastic for the fans. It's pretty nerve-wracking for the penalty takers. Not too bad for the goalkeepers. Here comes the shootout.